not gonna let anyone get in my way! I'm a failure. After all that hard work. I'm sorry, All Might. I'm sorry, Mom.
A lot happened after that video, I guarantee you. No one has felt the same. Everyone is very violated. I have violated many YouTubers.
Oh god, the stupidity of Ash is multiplying. I can't do this alone or I might actually lose my IQ. Luckily I have someone else who I can call.
God damn it, Stone! How many times do I have to tell you to not do this shit? If you want to play D&D, you can just fucking call me!
Well, today is not about rolling dice, it's about rolling in stupidity, and I refuse to do it alone this time.
Again, you could've just called me.
Do you honestly think an empty void has cell service?
Yeah, but you have the internet! Discord, Twitter, fucking Yahoo email, dumbass!
True, but this is more fun.
Fuck you and your hentai scarf.
Just be glad I didn't take you like I took Ponder. Now, have you ever heard of Anita?
I have heard the legends from the wise men by the names of the Names Junkie and Manga Common.
I don't know why you call them wise men, they're YouTubers, but fair enough.
Get to the point.
Now I have a video for us to look into, and quite frankly I would enjoy having you at my side as we tear it apart.
Aw, how romantic.
Nezzie, I know this place is dark, but this is not a bedroom, keep it together. We have a video to cover.
Hey, all I'm saying is you can do it anywhere if you're brave enough, and the fact that it's dark just makes it easier.
Okay, let's get to the video now.
Kinky. I didn't know you were into this kind of stuff.
Hey guys, I'm back. So put down your pitchforks and listen to me talk a little more about the entire situation with screen caps. Get ready for this. So, a popular YouTuber by the name of Doodletoons had made a response video about my video, about Junkie's video, about PK's video. As you can tell, this has gotten seriously out of hand. I thought that if I made a response to someone's response to someone's video, then it would be impossible for someone to make a response about my response about someone's response to someone's video.
You clearly know nothing of Doodle.
Also, commentary chains can get pretty fucking huge. I even know a 16-degree commentary that has happened before, which was also done by Doodle.
Also, welcome to the commentary community, basically visual forms of YouTube comment sections.
But that doesn't seem to be the case, and people are willing to sink lower than dirt.
What you're saying is that she's stooping lower than dirt by doing a 4th-degree commentary. Yet, now you're doing a 5th-degree commentary. I don't know about you, but it sounds like you're also stooping and acting hypocritical.
Sinking lower than dirt, huh? Like maybe contacting a YouTuber's girlfriend and talking shit when they weren't involved, or maybe attempting to cause discourse between two YouTubers who had a minor spat and settled by trying to suck up to one of them while simultaneously lying to her face. But you know, who would do something as low as that?
And everyone seemed to think that I took a lot of things out of Junkie's video out of context. I even confronted Junkie myself in his voice chat when he was trying to talk to his fans and asking about it. And all he said was, you didn't watch the whole video, that's why you took it out of context. And I don't think anybody here wants to see a 45-minute long video about me telling you why I don't like his video. That's why I only did 3 minutes, because I wanted to keep it within the time in the 10-minute area.
You just said people wouldn't want to watch a 42-minute video about that, but if you go into more detail to point out flaws, it wouldn't matter. People would watch to get the full side of the story. It's just like saying, I don't need to read the book, I'll just read half of the clip notes. I can see why Junkie could say that you took him out of context. The times of your videos are extremely close, and if you reacted to it, you would have more time to cover everything, let alone give the correct context.
How are you not surprised that when you cut down a 42-minute video to 10 minutes for the purpose of how others view your video versus what you wish to say, that some vital things wouldn't be left out? If you don't want to make a 42-minute commentary, then don't. But don't be surprised if you end up cutting things or leaving things out because you're more focused on timing instead of the points at hand. Also, this was worded so weirdly, because at first it sounded like you were saying that instead of watching Junkie's video, you didn't watch it all the way through because you didn't like how long it was. It was like 11 minutes, by the way. You did watch it all the way, right? Right?
And I also said that I would do an entire overview of his video, but no one wants that. My issue now isn't what was said about PK. I could care less at this point. I got to say what I wanted, and nothing can change that. I still like my video. I still agree with all my points, but it could have been PK or any YouTuber. It didn't have to be PK Russell. I don't have this fangirl crush over him.
Bullshit!
He is the same to me like any YouTuber. I don't kiss ass, and I've told people that many times before.
Bullshit. Creep. Show. Art.
I just don't like when people have this mob mentality. I think it's toxic. I think it's dumb. Only if it's my mob. It's okay if it's my mob that's sending hate.
Oh, it's only okay when your mob attacks people. I'll add another moan to the counter because that's fucking favoritism and hypocritical at its finest. Not only that, You didn't state if it was a joke or not, because the tone surely didn't feel that way. Sending a mob like that to someone just because they disagree with you is unacceptable behavior. It can cause many issues in the future if you're not careful.
Side note, I really dislike trolls when they make commentaries because it creates a loophole. So many of these points are in danger of being dumped at the moment of backlash because, oh, it's just a joke, or oh, they weren't being serious. Not to mention, some even get mad when people don't believe them. Gee, I wonder why.
My problem was that people thought that they were on the good side and that there was a bad side, but they were really the bad guys because they were kind of lying to themselves and saying that they're not bullies when they are being bullies.
Now, we don't have time to unpack all of that.
How thin is your skin? There is no bad guys, no good guys, none of that. It's people disagreeing with you. It's not that hard to comprehend. They're not being bullies. They are stating their own opinion, like you did when you responded to Junkie. Does that make you a bully? Your own logic contradicts itself.
There is a lot that I want to say, but I'm gonna leave it till the end because 1, it's funnier, and 2, it's gonna make a hell of a lot more sense.
At this point, how crazy it's gone, they are the bullies and they're not admitting to it. You can be a bully, but admit that you're doing that. Don't say, oh, well, I have every reason to bully this person. Unless it's Onision, there's a good reason for that. He is a monster, and so is Madame. She is a jerk too.
You can be a bully, but at least admit you're being a bully. What is this weird preschool way of thinking of morality and the interactions you had? Why are you talking like this?
Ah yes, the preschool morality. He stole my juice box, throw him down the slide head first. First, they're not being bullies. Stop it. Get some help. You are wrong on so many levels. I can agree with the Onision and Madam things. I'm not saying bully them, but I do say that they deserve the hate or at least repercussions for their actions. You, Anita, your tone and style is very close to Madam's, or Princess Ashenau. You are not falling far from the tree. I was just rolling.
Also, it's not majorly hate. It's people, rightfully so, attempting to give the consequences that their actions deserve. Stop pretending like you're this innocent uwu victim of bullying and that you've done nothing to warrant the responses and criticism that you've received. You did shit that you've since deleted, denied, or done behind the scenes, and don't give me the troll BS. You still mess with people, you still drag people, you still harass people.
I can understand all these points of views from these people.
Bullshit.
I'm getting carried away. So this video is going to be about all the hate I was getting from Doodle's video that Doodle made about me. And I just kind of felt like talking about myself a little more and covering the topics more from my side and what happened after that video. A lot happened after that video, I guarantee you. No one has felt the same. Everyone is very violated. I have violated many YouTubers these past 4 days.
You're not wrong. You have violated many YouTubers for some odd reason. I have no idea how to preface this without going into details that will happen later in the video, but to be clear, these actions are why this video is titled the way that it is. It is also to cover the situation from your side, but the way you have done so has made you look pretentious.
Junkie literally responded with a joke comment. Most appear to be criticism. Funny how someone known to brag for how thick her skin is has such paper-thin arguments. If you can't take being criticized or being disagreed with, then maybe commentary isn't for you, hun.
I can also ask, hate comments? Hate comments, excuse me. But lots of these comments I have found are critique or complimenting you on your video. They may have been 1 or 2, but most of them are positive. I can't confirm that these have been all of the comments because you could have deleted comments. But being as petty as you have been throughout this whole video, I will not rule it out. I'm not saying you did, I'm saying it's a possibility.
4 days, the floodgates were open, and a lot of buttholes were opened as well that very same day and days after. No one was safe from me. Not a soul. If you commented on that video, you probably were not safe from me. I will guarantee you. And yeah, I might not say the most polite things, but like Junkie said, it's the internet and stuff happens.
We took a small break and I felt a sudden wave of depression come back. Her voice started playing and now I feel sad. Also, just because Junkie said that's how the internet goes doesn't mean you drop everything and act like an asshole yourself. That's a child's way of thinking about it. Junkie said that because people will say things to you because of anonymity. Yeah, people are gonna say fucked up shit that hurts, but that doesn't give you a pass to do it, let alone to other innocent people.
Doing, and I quote, spreading buttholes. And being an asshole like that doesn't make you in the right. Saying no one was safe from you is a pretty accurate statement, because you went into quite a few Discord servers trying to mess with or get dirt on others. We have a whole Google Drive folder of you acting like a child for not getting your way.
Yeah, having a few mean comments doesn't mean you can suddenly harass people and their girlfriend, who had no knowledge of anything because she wasn't involved at all, by the way, and ranting and raving in a vent chat of all places.
There might be a reason for going to the vent chat, however.
What would that be?
She needs to vent that hot head of hers.
Gotta let all that steam out somehow. No wonder people call her a bit of an airhead.
Also, I have a very interesting theory about Doodle and her real voice at the end of the video, so stay tuned to that. It's not anything that you've ever heard before, I guarantee it.
It's just a ploy to get you to watch to the end with a stupid joke. I watched it so you wouldn't have to.
Someone isn't confident in her ability to keep her audience's attention.
If you don't know how the situation started, I will link all the videos involved in the situation down below and kind of a timeline of what video was first and therefore after. But this video is about how Junkie, Manga, and Doodle reacted to my powerful video.
I love how you call your video powerful. Miss, you have 200 subs, and you're not gonna cause a movement in history. Hell, it wasn't even that good of a video.
Well, someone's most certainly got an ego.
Maybe she's trying to make her video sound more important?
Initially, I actually thought Junkie was supportive and not angry with my video.
He made a fucking meme! What are you talking about, angry? You sound saltier than the ocean between me and Stone!
So far, yet so salty. You even agreed with his joke in your response to his comment. I would fail to see him being mad about this, unless it had something to do with you joining some Discord servers and trying to act like best buds. That would annoy me, but I would just block you from the Discord servers you joined.
The name's Junkie deserves a spanking for this. Yeah, so aggressive and angry.
But with all the events that have occurred, from my perspective, once I released my video, he didn't like it and may have been irritated that I was yapping about him. Who would have thunk?
Fucking where? The spank me harder shit? Please, for the love of God, don't take that out of context.
I only thought this because he never gave input or a genuine comment, any criticism, nothing, just an empty meme comment, which honestly I had no problem with. It's what made me think that he didn't care or didn't think very much of my video. My views all changed once I saw the video Doodle did on my video. I was interested and very excited to hear them out and their points of views. I was ready to get a good laugh, and I sure did, especially from my own jokes. I forgot that I even made some of those jokes. They were very funny. You should watch the original video.
She shows the fucking comment. It says empty meme comment. Holy shit, that is hilarious.
You said you had no problem with this, but when he comments seriously on another video of his friend, it's suddenly not okay? That's odd, but hey, I'll hear you out.
Also, I didn't even remember some of the jokes I made, but go check out that video. It was very funny. Hun, if you can't remember the jokes that you yourself made in that video, then clearly it wasn't that funny.
I did think they dragged stuff out pretty long and it was all good. It was 35 minutes and I appreciated them breaking everything down. I won't be reacting to their video though, and in the end, I still agreed with all of my points the same. But I bet that isn't any surprise. I did not even know this video was made until 14 hours later, when someone commented on my video that I made about Junkie and told me to go watch it. I had an influx of comments that day, so I just thought YouTube was recommending my videos again. But nope, I watched the video and read all the comments, and then I see Junkie's comment. I was really mad. All the joy and excitement left my soul, and I was filled with anger. Junkie made an actual comment with his input on the video.
Did you forget that they were actually friends and actually know each other? I mean, I would support my friends' videos, and sometimes I make joke comments, but the way you're acting is kind of off.
Someone's a bit of a jealous bean. Yes, how dare someone make a joke towards me, an individual he does not know, but have an actual conversation with someone he's been friends with for who the hell knows how long. I've met with Junkie, as can be seen from how hard he fucked me over in Uno. I'm still gonna find you, Dragon Boy. But I can guarantee that they made jokes about Doodle and Junkie scripts sometime in the DMs, considering he literally puts his own video down a bit by admitting that his video was a bit rushed.
He even looked over the script. It felt more like he was having his friends talk for him instead of him just making or posting the video himself.
He can't control what videos his friends make. If they want to make a video talking about a situation that they were in, then it's their right to do so. Now, it would be different if Junkie actively asked to have his friends make videos, but you would have to prove that.
Like, if I make a video validating Nezzie's argument over someone else's, I can ask her to look over the script, but that doesn't mean I won't post the video if she reads my script. Nor does she control if I can post it or not. Because guess what? It's my channel, my choice. Like how you chose to put this video out, making yourself look terrible in the process.
You can't even make the argument that this was a private situation because this was all public and we have the video chain to prove it. Not to mention, remember, you're the one that butted in when it wasn't about you. This was just between PK and Junkie and you decided to write yourself into the narrative. How come you're allowed to do it but Doodle isn't allowed to, and with a friend no less?
I felt so offended. From my perspective, Junkie was sending this tiny channel after me because he was afraid he'll look like some bully.
Tiny channel? Girl, you need to retake math class, because she is 75 times larger than you are. And if she's tiny, you're Pikmin.
I was offended. Why? They are friends. I want everybody to give me the same treatment that they would give to someone they personally know and talk to, because otherwise they're being a meanie bobini.
Or get backlash if I was to ever get bigger down the line, which I will. All while being behind the scenes, he didn't have to dirty his hands, but still tried having a part in everything, making sure they didn't say anything too critical of him. And if he did or didn't do any of these things, I wouldn't know. I can't know that. I just know that he had the entire opportunity to alter this script and basically speak for this person.
Have you ever looked over someone's script? You take notes and say what could be changed, and the person doesn't need to agree with you. Hell, Junkie could have easily just looked over for spelling and factual mistakes. Doodles would be able to tell if something was wrong during the read over, and at farthest to read through to record the lines.
This is a lot of speculation and assumption, and granted, now it isn't entirely unfounded. However, it is very insulting to Doodle's intelligence and integrity as a commentator. You have no evidence for these assumptions. All we know is that Junkie was allowed a look over. You are taking all of this way too personally. Not everyone is out to get you. You aren't big enough for that, and that's not intended to be an insult. I apologize in advance if it comes off that way, but Stone and I aren't big enough either. We're all tiny in comparison to the people that we're talking about. However, we all have the right to comment on what we want. The size of the channel is irrelevant to the argument, and guess what? Your arguments sucked.
And have them post a video instead so that he doesn't have any real connection to it other than looking over the script, which I thought was bullcrap. They didn't ask me to look over the script.
Because they don't fucking know you. Why would they ask your opinion on it? You saved your opinion in your video. You're not in their friend group. It's not like I had to get permission from PK to make my video on him.
The entitlement you have is insane. You got your points across. You want to know how I know this? Because Doodle was responding to your video. She likely wanted Junkie's opinion because he was involved and because, oh yeah, they're friends and both commentators. If you got all the points across in your video, then she wouldn't need your opinions on her script, because any points you would have, since you so vehemently defend it, would be suggestions to change the script in your favor despite the fact that Doodle didn't agree with you.
I imagine stuff like, make note of how my joke was funny or how my point was well made. It would most likely be counterproductive.
Sorry Doodle didn't give you the opportunity to stroke your ego.
And of course, yes, they're friends, but still, it just seems a little petty to be like, oh yeah, dude, look at this video someone made about me. And then the other person's like, oh wow, I'll make a video about that. And then they're like, oh really, dude? Oh, okay, well let me look over the script first.
Didn't this video come about because someone told you about how Doodle made a video on you? So, is this basically a confession that you're being petty? Also, again, people can commentate on what they want. Doodle saw an opportunity and she took it because she can.
Doesn't that seem a little suspicious? Oh, dude, you made a mistake here. You blah, 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 blah. I don't know what they talked about. I don't have the conversation. If I did, I would show you. After I realized that Junkie commented, the entire video felt less genuine, less sincere, less from the heart, and only to make Junkie feel better, I guess.
I love Blue from FL55 as much as the next guy, but if you're gonna have music that loud, you should be able to hear your voice over it. That's why music in my videos is really faint most of the time.
That's the whole point of the video, it felt like to me. Just to kind of stroke his tiny ego. So then I called them both on their bullcrap and called them spineless and confronted Junkie myself in the DM.
He has an ego, huh? And yet here you are, confronting someone on a comment they made on another person's video.
Also, the way you came off in your messages to Junkie were extremely harsh and extremely aggressive. The DMs you showed were just straight up confrontational, and I could see why Junkie did not take you seriously in your video and up to that point. You had given him no reason to take you seriously, as you just jumped into his DMs, throwing claims and acting rude.
You have branded yourself as a troll, yet you expect people to take you seriously. That is hilarious. A literal boy who cried wolf situation.
It's like when Princess Ash cried furry.
He pussyfooted around it a lot, and it was hard to get a clear answer from him. He would say things like, it's not a big deal, and it's not drama.
Because it's not. It's literally just a small disagreement that you and nobody else took to heart, and because you lashed out at everyone and acted surprised when nobody wanted to talk to you anymore.
And to add on to my last point when it comes to the screenshots, you did not make it clear that you, Anita, and Minecraft Girl were the same person. He most likely thought you were a hater and was just joking around with you.
You didn't bother introducing yourself, and you have two different names for your channel and your Discord. Your first message was literally you asking what was up with his comment. How was he supposed to know that was you, and not just some random person either white knighting you, since it's so aggressive and confrontational, or framing themselves as you?
It didn't feel like I was getting through to him, and he was so deflected from all my questions. Very vague. He did say, though, during our conversation that the video was sent to Doodle by a friend/fan, and he didn't have any part in that. And I didn't believe him at first, but I had no proof to prove otherwise, so I had to believe him. Later on though, Doodle went against that claim and said Junkie sent her the video in a group chat. Junkie never mentioned a group chat. He never mentioned that he was the one that sent the video, and I feel like you would remember that since my video was only like 3 to 2 days old. I'm not exactly sure at what time he sent the video, but my video was only out for like a few days before this 35-minute response was made.
Maybe it's just not that important. It's likely that he didn't even remember he sent it in the chat that had Doodle in it.
That also still doesn't prove he told Doodle to make the video. He's friends with and is in contact with a lot of other commentators. If he's in a group chat, then there's most likely going to be at least one other commentator. The fact that it was in a group chat is kind of irrelevant. Your video is public. Who cares? And finally, he probably was acting like it wasn't a big deal and that it wasn't drama because it fucking wasn't. You're the one that is continuing to instigate shit. You're the only one that is taking this so damn seriously. Don't be surprised when everyone else is laughing.
I decided to make this video in the first place because I saw it in the group chat and saw how much of a hypocrite you were being. Let alone how far you were stretching things. Like Mr. Fantastic would be impressed.
And then I got dragged in. The most I knew of you was the situation on Twitter where you were trying to start something between Common and Creepshow to have a spat. If you guys are wondering how that went down, they both saw what she was doing, teamed up, and collectively blocked her.
What they may or may not have said is not the point, but this proved to me that Junkie saw my video, shared it around with his friends, and pretended not to care.
That's not how pinkies work!
Nezzie, I know it's bad, but stay on topic.
How can I stay on topic when she's breaking Doodle's fingers?
When he actually did.
That doesn't prove he gave a shit. I don't know how your logic works.
Just because he showed it around doesn't mean that he cared. It's most likely that he thought it was entertaining considering how you advertise yourself as a troll. I honestly wouldn't be surprised and decided to show some friends.
Also, if I share a funny video with my friends, it doesn't mean I care about the video a lot. Like, I'll share a funny meme video and not care if it disappears a day later, because I don't care.
I care very much immensely about the video of a panda sneezing and scaring its mom.
Not only that, overlooked the script, and when confronted, he lied to my face. So I told her they both are lying. I don't know if she's telling the truth or Junkie's telling the truth at that point, so I called them both liars. Because either one of them's lying or both of them are lying. And I'm sure if they had spoken about it first, they probably would have gotten their story straight and been like, oh no, I got the video by a friend. That's just my impression of them.
Just because they said I got it from a friend doesn't define whether or not it was sent in a group chat. I get stuff from friends all the time. However, if I said I got it from the mail when you made the assumption I got it from a carrier pigeon, that's not me lying. That's your assumption being proven false. Also, he technically didn't share the video. Doodle says that Junkie mentioned it at one point, while Junkie says that Doodle found it from one of his fans. This would probably be the group chat they were referring to, since everyone tends to float around in each other's fan servers for the heck of it. Due to the fact we don't know the timing of these events, it's very likely that they happened either around the same time or one after another. A lot of this is just assumption because none of us know what really happened. Also, Junkie probably just didn't remember he mentioned it. Because again, he didn't fucking care. Junkie even told you that he warned against it, saying he thought it was a bad idea.
Also, Doodle decided to make a video. Not Junkie. You have no proof saying that he told Doodle to make a video, saying how he was using others to speak for him, when you have no proof of that. And if Doodle made a video, it doesn't mean that Junkie is responsible for it. Like, I found out about the Susie Lou situation from Augie RFC, but he's not responsible for the videos I make, even if he looked through the script, which he didn't. I'm just using him as an example. Also, it's not like he went to Doodle and said, hey, make a video on her. If he did, your point would hold some ground, but you have no proof of that.
I then told Junkie, and he admitted to lying to me, and that he misinterpreted the situation. How do you misinterpret a situation like that when it's really fresh? I remember what happened 4 days ago, especially when it involves a YouTuber and talking crap about them. I remember if I talk crap about someone.
Misinterpreting is not the same as misremembering. You can misinterpret a situation as it's happening. Misinterpreting is the matter of not understanding a situation, which can occur regardless of when said situation happened. Not remembering something is just a matter of forgetting what may have happened. Now, not remembering can affect the way you saw a situation that happened in the past and thus lead to misinterpretation, but they are not the same thing.
Also, in the screenshot you show, he did not admit to lying to you. That is a straight up lie, little missy. He said he apologizes if he messed something up because he didn't remember if he did so or not. I would do the same thing.
The conversation is so muddled that I can't even tell what's happening. On the off chance that Junkie sent the video, 1, Doodle is not his responsibility. 2, he's in a lot of group chats. I wouldn't be surprised if he just flat out didn't remember. 3, Doodle is in multiple group chats with him, his fans, and his friends. I don't know what happened, and frankly, I don't care to begin with. This is just you attempting to put the blame on Junkie for Doodle's decision on the assumption that this was a team up on you because conspiracy theory bullshit. And this weird notion you have that everyone is out to get you on one shitty video you did because one person happened to respond to it.
I can pretty much say for certain that Junkie had no idea Doodle was going to make a video until Doodle told Junkie that they were going to be going to. And probably just asked Junkie to look through the script to fact check. There would be no reason for him to speak through Doodle when he has such a large platform himself. Like Nezzie said, conspiracy bullshit.
But then Junkie said he's sorry and that he didn't think it was such a big deal to fix that. He still persisted that he did not alter or even tell them to make the video, and he said he could ask them if I wanted to speak with them and confirm, but Doodle replied with a no. They did not want to speak to me.
Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like you went off on them both based on assumptions and no evidence. It's not like they would feel like it's a waste of time or anything when they try to talk to someone who will refuse to change their minds and only say that they are right. If someone was acting like that towards me, I wouldn't want to interact with them either.
Did you just, forget that your first interaction with Doodle was a tirade of insults calling her a liar and spineless based off of nothing? I don't understand how people can act like a jackass and then be in complete shock that person doesn't want to talk to them. You showed yourself to be a person that can't listen. Don't be surprised when someone doesn't wish to speak.
Doodle even says in the picture that you showed that there wouldn't be a conversation. It would just be you acting out, and she could see that happening as the most likely outcome. It even happened in Moncommon server, and we're not even there yet.
Wow, after acting so tough in the comments too. They were too afraid to speak with me. They were too afraid of the confrontation, and it's like, wow, didn't expect that from this person.
Gee, it's almost like she knows a brick wall when she sees one and has other things she can be doing with her time instead of conversing with someone so far up their ass that they have the perfect echo chamber.
Mr. Hanky, are you in there?
Why would you back out of being confronted? Why act so tough when I mention us DMing and saying the right to privacy in the situation is deemed forfeited until further notice? Like she's the dang judge and I'm being sentenced.
That comment literally proves that you were the pussy in the situation. You instigated everything in public for everyone to see, but now you want to talk in the DMs? Doodle's point is that if you're willing to start such an aggressive conversation in public, then finish it in public. Anything that you have to say should not be different regardless of it being public or not, unless you're trying to hide something. You don't get to shout at someone in the middle of the streets and then say, now let's go talk about this quietly, especially to someone you don't know personally. Starting off aggressive to make everyone look at you, but wanting a conclusion in private is shady because there's either something you want to hide or you're giving what is a lose-lose scenario. If Doodle took you up on that offer, who's to say you wouldn't just berate her? Then when she calls you out, you delete the evidence and claim she's just being sensitive and can't take criticism. Doodle has been doing this much longer than you. I have no doubt she has dealt with people like you.
Doodle is in full control of this conversation because she is asking for proof, and asking for it in a public forum that you asked her in. If you wanted to talk to her privately, you should have started it in that way. And if you can say it in DMs, you could say it in the comments as well. You were also coming off as extremely aggressive in your comments, and I can understand why she wouldn't want to bring it to DMs.
I'd argue that that's even shadier. Doodle asks for proof and your response is suddenly, well, let's settle this in the DMs, as if you didn't make such a loud and unwarranted claim in front of everyone.
These commentary channels act like they are the cyber police, and you just got sentenced to cyber jail. Well, after Doodle forfeited her chance to talk to me ho-to-ho, I then moved on to my next target, Manga Common. And why I had to get in contact with Manga Common so bad.
Self-proclaimed weeaboo, but she says manga wrong. As a Japanese person, for shame. For shame.
I'm Native American and even I know it's pronounced manga. Jesus hentai Christ, it's not that hard.
Was because he banned me on his channel. And you may be wondering, why did Manga Common ban you? He thought I was a troll. Just because I made some not very intelligent comments, he decided to shadow ban me from his channel. He did not know who I was. He probably thought I was some rando, but that isn't the case at all. And I thought that by talking to him, we could resolve that situation, since I am a big part of this community as well.
Oh my god, you're not serious, are you? Please tell me you're trolling again. I'm only slightly bigger than you at this current point in my channel, and I know I'm not a huge part of this community, but I am slowly expanding, making friends and connections. I haven't seen anything about you until this.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know you were a YouTuber until Stone asked me to do this commentary with him, and the only time I'd heard of you was from Manga Common after you harassed his girlfriend and then tried to start a fight between him and Creepshow because you're simping for PK Russell.
And when you ban someone on your channel, you cannot see when they comment anymore. I cannot reply to him. He will not see my replies. Even when I asked him in the comments to unban me from his channel, he couldn't see it. So as far as he knows, I never commented, which is not true. I did try to comment.
No, he can't. Me and Stone contacted him and we've seen what he sees on his account. He knows that you commented. Due to the way YouTube is built, blocking someone purely means that you can no longer interact with their channel and all of your responses will be hidden from the user. However, if the blocked user were to comment on that user's comment from another video, it's free game. What kind of logic is it to go up to someone who clearly doesn't like you and be mad at them for blocking you? They don't want to interact with you. When you continue to attempt to contact someone who doesn't want to talk to you, that's harassment.
Not only that, we even tested it on me and Nezzie's channels. I couldn't see her comment on my video, but I can see the comments she left on other videos. And you see, that's how blocking works on YouTube. If you think it's the way blocking works on YouTube, you must not know it very well. Also, don't make someone who doesn't want to talk to you. You say he blocked you because he believed you were a troll. But if he did, and that's the reason why, you didn't make him see anything differently at this point. He's seen you as a troll because of your actions. And your actions have consequences.
So the next best option was to find him on Discord and talk to him, YouTuber to YouTuber.
No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. You literally could have just tweeted at him. Yeah, his DMs are closed because, you know, how dare people want privacy, but again, you could have added him.
He doesn't want to talk to me. Well, time to corner him and force him to talk to me.
Plus, if you wanted it YouTuber to YouTuber, you could have just sent him a business email stating who you are and why you thought it was wrong, and maybe it could have been sorted out. But no, you went to the extreme option. Most people on YouTube who are bigger, or even take their YouTube channel more seriously, have a business email. Me, Nezzie, and Common all have business emails on our channels.
I didn't know how to contact him through Discord, so I did the next best thing and I joined his Discord server. Then I tried finding this dude, and I had too tough of time finding his Discord. He was offline and never posted anywhere that I could see.
There's a fucking search bar!
Even if he was offline, you could still find him on the search bar. Apparently that was too hard for you.
So I was not sure if he was trying to hide his account or not.
What kind of assumption is that? That defeats the purpose of having a fan server. While I'm writing this script right now, Nezzie is literally hurting herself by laughing so hard at this shit.
That statement was so stupid. I could give Patrick Star a Nobel Prize without flinching. A goddamn jellyfish is more brain power. Holy shit, I'm laughing so hard I'm gonna wake up with a six-pack tomorrow.
So I contacted the next person that might be able to get me in contact with him. His big titty, possibly goth GF. She was on Do Not Disturb, but shit, I didn't have no shame. I contacted her anyway. And I explained myself real nice and sweet to her stupid ass, but then the bitch blocked me. What was she thinking?
How dare she block someone she doesn't know who's messaging her on Do Not Disturb and is saying things about her partner? Egad, for shame.
This whole segment where she talks about confronting Christy legitimately pisses me off. Not only is she being super condescending, but she is so blatantly lying. You can literally see her introduction devolve into insults when she doesn't get a response, like something straight out of r/nice girls. Christy, Common's girlfriend, is not associated with the commentary community because she has no interest in the type of work Common, Stone, or I do, and that's totally fine. But whatever Common does in this community, she does not get involved with, so to drag her into this was not only unnecessary, but a manipulation tactic on your part to show your audience, who may not be aware of who Christy is, that she is purposely ignoring you or not answering your questions in order to flip the narrative, and make yourself out to be the poor little victim that just wants answers from the big meanie bobini bullies.
She's most likely there just to support her boyfriend. That's not uncommon. The way you sent the last message, if I was her, I would have blocked you too. I don't need that kind of shit talk in my life. She had nothing to do with this, but you dragged her out and be used as a pawn in your barely structured argument.
And she even thought she was so sneaky, sending a message afterwards when I had no option to reply to this little bitch. But don't worry, I knew how to get around this. I replied by editing my previously sent messages so that stinky ass hoe could still read what I was saying. I blew her out of the water, I swear. I think she was freaking out because she woke the monster and decided to share with her punk ass friends. But I know how to spot a bitch when I see one, and I headed right where the bitch would be yapping, her loose mouth. And lo and behold,
this whole section is full of petty Madam or Princess Ash level insults. The screenshots don't even help her here. I can see why she sent the message and blocked you. She even said that she didn't feel comfortable giving you any info, and she said she wanted no part in any of Common's dramas.
This whole segment is just disgusting, and you show that you clearly haven't matured past high school. Christy didn't want to talk to you. Again, she probably had no idea who you were, and if she doesn't want to talk to you and you continue to ignore her boundaries, she's going to block you. Also, I totally destroyed her when I went back and edited my comments, but Discord does not notify people within a conversation that a message has been edited. She most likely didn't see it, or cared to go back to the conversation to care.
Also, the last line there of "you're not above anyone" is fucking stupid. You can block her too, you know, and she has the right to her privacy just as well as anyone else. You're not above anyone either, but you should respect the person's privacy.
How dare you not help me when you don't want people to contact you and have made it clear that you don't want people to text you? You're no better than me.
Jesus, projecting much? Did someone not get to have the prom crown, or did Daddy not buy you a pony for your birthday?
Now with the way that she acts, she couldn't even make it to prom court. Another thing I did that she can't do.
Oh, really now? Care to waltz over the rest of this shitty video with me then, sire?
there was a screen cap of our private conversation. And I was like, you stupid ass, how you thought you did it? You really thought? And she was like, oh no, I was just scared of you, uwu. And I was like, bitch, you playing, you ain't scared, you just a pussy ass hoe and scared of being called out. Then the mods came and tried telling me to respect her, and I was not playing their games. I was Rudolph and not participating in their stupid made up rules.
Okay, in your message you could have talked calmly. You didn't, because we see you didn't in the screenshots you showed. You were yelling at her. As well, you were yelling at her in the chat in public. You were demeaning her and saying she wasn't above anyone, that she needed to get off her high horse, when she was not on one to begin with. She just wanted her privacy, not to be messaged about something that had nothing to do with her. You could have just asked a fucking mod.
Why the hell should Christy even be involved with Common's drama, if you could even call it that? It's also likely that she can spot a fire starter when the smoke starts trying to get in her face.
She also has every right to be scared of you. You came off as obsessive and extremely odd. I can fully understand why she was scared. You gave her a reason to be.
Then, finally, the man, the legend, Manga Common.
The Japanese part of me just cringed at how she pronounced manga. You're a weeb. How do you fuck that up?
Also, the way you edit the images just now, with the petty insults that replace the names, you know who else did that? Princess Ash. The same person you said was shitty and deserved the cancellation they got. But you're doing the same shithole tactics she was using. The moan counter may soon hit double digits.
Wait 1 goddamn minute. Common's first reaction to you is, who are you? You have a different name on your Discord than on your YouTube. Christy isn't very aware of what goes on in the CC because she has no interest. If Common doesn't know who you are, how the fuck was Christy supposed to know? You come barging in about a problem you have with her boyfriend. She doesn't know who you are or what you're complaining about. You continue to bombard her with messages and being aggressive, and you're fucking shocked, flabbergasted, utterly befuddled at why she wanted to have nothing to do with you? Are you dense? What fucking parallel dimension bullshit is this?
Got online and told me to piss off, mate, but I didn't. He called me hot, and our conversation ended there. I hope that all these losers keep their mouths shut from now on, and I will join their servers, and I will make alts if they think they can silence me. If you can't talk to me, don't talk about me, pussy-ass bitches. And if you think that I'm cursing really low, it's cause—
oh gee, almost like how you started an uproar in Doodle's comments in a public space where everyone can see and pussied out when she told you to finish where you started, preventing you from another opportunity where you could flip the narrative again if you did it privately. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
He even says he has an open DM on Discord and Twitter. If he's anything like Nezzie, he would have something where you need to be seen by the person you're messaging first before your message can go through. Basically an approval process. But we can see from your actions that you might have been too impatient to wait, let alone find Common on his server. So you just went out for the second biggest fish. You have to wait for people to talk to you because people have lives outside of the internet. Kind of hard to grasp, I know.
And if you think that I'm cursing really low, it's cause I am, because my mom could probably hear. And I don't want her hearing me curse, because she will get mad. I think that's where things end now, and my—
Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox!
I just love how she's trying so hard to act hard and then hits us with that. If it's a joke, congrats, it was funny. If not, whoo boy! No wonder no one in this community takes you seriously.
My point of view. I would add though, even though me and Manga were going at it, Manga admitted he felt hurt and thrown under the bus by PK. I don't know how, but he deserved it anyways. Don't make a video about someone and not expect them to respond how you like. PK's allowed to throw him under the bus too.
Okay, first when you said the hot comment earlier, she was referring to the screenshot where he said she was coming in hot. Apparently she doesn't know what the phrase means, and assumed it meant that she was hot literally in a, attractive way, which I kind of doubt. I'm gonna say this really slow for you. It means you were coming into a conversation aggressively. Secondly, did you watch any of PK and Manga Common's videos? Because one of PK's videos threw all of Manga's video under the literal bus, saying it was basically a hate video with no substance. I can understand why Common felt that way, and he deserves it? Damn, you have no empathy. I shouldn't expect that from you, but here I am looking for the best in people.
It almost seems like you and PK need to learn that you two are also allowed to be criticized for the public things that you say and do.
He involved himself. You don't step in crap and then get all pissy when you smell like crap, really. Well, that's how this entire situation happened.
You messaged Toasty. Really? I love the dude. I think he's awesome. I've only talked to him once or twice, but I don't think he would send a message like that on someone else's behalf.
How funny is it that not even your own friends agree with you? That's hilarious. Also funny how, after all this, I've hung out with both of them, and they started chatting with one another, and are now on at least 2 servers together, if memory serves me right.
Also the Future Diary Yandere. Fitting.
And I do appreciate that Junkie did give me special roles on his server. It don't change anything, even if we may be friends from the situation. My evidence here. But yeah, Merry Christmas.
She knows the screenshot is disproving herself. She's just taking the piss on that one.
And I have no job, so if you think you can talk crap on me, well, you can't, and I will go after your buttholes. My channel is not for kids, and that's why I curse so much. If you don't like it, go suck in your mom's titties. That's what I do after a long day.
Okay, miss, I live with my mommy and can't swear. And that is pretty much the end of the video, aside from some rambling her at the end, and a stupid theory about Doodle's voice, which was just a ploy to make you watch to the end. Okay, so we have a person who can't take criticism, we have someone who throws out insults like Princess Ash, and has no idea how to talk to people normally, or get a good side of someone, as well as a person who's impatient and slow as hell to catch on. We have all the makings for a bullshit pie.
The whole video was just a mess from both a commentary standpoint and a troll standpoint. From a commentary standpoint, it was disorganized, had misinformation, and no real points, and from a troll standpoint, it wasn't even funny, at least in the sense of people laughing with you versus at you. I'm telling you right now, honey, it definitely wasn't the former.
This whole video was a dumpster fire. The points were bad, let alone sloppy. You had almost no evidence to back your side up. Some evidence you gave even contradicts what you say. I'm not gonna take this video fully seriously whatsoever. This whole video tired both me and Nezzie out.
I would rather tire out from different activities.
Nezzie, the commentary's almost over. You can wait. Now, any other final things to say before we take you out of the darkness and put you back on your balcony?
Not anything I can think of other than asking for 5 minutes.
5 minutes? For what?
You'll see.
This is what I get for having a harem. Why do I suddenly feel like I'm in danger? Hey guys, welcome back to the fan art feature. And just so you guys know, that voice problem I've been mentioning in the comments, that's getting fixed. The week of this video coming out, I'm going to be going into surgery to fix the problem I have with my voice. That's almost caused me to pass out during multiple voice recording sessions. So, that'll be fixed. So after the Ponder collab, you guys will not have to deal with me having trouble breathing or passing out while recording. So, yay! Now on to the actual fan art feature. I'm just sitting here by 64_rosebud_64 on Instagram. Yeah, I love the meme. It just sit. I sit. It good sit. My butt hurt. Up next is Smug That on Twitter. And they made, while we were on stream with Ponder, they made a, Destiny fan art of me, Faghost, Ponder, Caden. Just like, it's awesome. I love it. I just love the idea of me being a devourer. Like, rah. Also, Anita, this is how you make a 42-minute response video. And guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe. And until next time,
Enjoy the darkness. Ha 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 ha